Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Alabama pushing the tempo. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone.
And down he goes back at the 3. Trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the move, it's Judowski. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chain. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Mississippi State going up-tempo. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Alabama.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Direct snap. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. 2nd and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. Leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, The fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Softened him up with a run and now to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. The offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the 1st down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that 1st down marker and get it.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Alabama.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
1st down here for the offense. These corners backing off a bit. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. On the run, still looking. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give out of the gun. The ball was out behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Bulldogs want to move quickly. On third down, going up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 35, he's open. He'll work his way down to the 28. First down and 10.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. They'll go with a direct snap. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. These corners going to give them some space. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got him this time. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well.
And it's slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Using his feet. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Quarterback checking off. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he could not get loose on the run.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Looking to move the chains, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. Grab behind the line. It's Downs. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking to buy time. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Hodges. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Give to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run through. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Corners are going to bail. Steps away, and he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Defense in press coverage. On second down, just keeps firing. The grab in the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going up top on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. first down for the offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. Well, you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quarterback extends the play, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that next play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Quarterback adapting. The completion well past the sticks. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Gets it out fast. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. These corners going to give these receivers some space. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense,
Throws for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now on the move. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd and goal. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 35, Alabama 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
It's complete! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got the first down and still on his feet. The expressway is wide open. Past the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This offense has a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to scramble. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Slings it. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The back goes in motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Keeps the legs moving. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ear still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking.